is joining me today. How are you, Belinda? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Absolutely perfect. It's raining where I am. Nice and calm and clean and green. So
Good.
the day.
Good. Yes, it's a bit chilly where I'm at today as well. That's why I've got this big jacket on, because I think I'm just going to get cold. Yes, how has the lockdown experience been for you?
To be honest, because we live such a fast-paced, intense, demanding world, I've really enjoyed having the time to restructure, streamline my systems, take a bit of a break, do things I don't normally do. It's given me a lot more energy to be able to focus on how we are going to move forward. So for me, apart from the economy and the political and all the consequences of what coronavirus is going to bring to our world that are negative, I have found quite a couple of positive elements that we can work with moving forward. So not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. Yes, I think there's a lot people can do at home, reflect on the inside, also reassess, chuck out, start clearing out, and doing all those jobs that one never really got round to doing beforehand because we're so busy focusing on work.
Exactly. It allows you to lift the covers a little bit and scrape everything together that doesn't work for you and chuck it out and reinvent and restructure the way that you are going to communicate into the future, reset your goals, think about what your business life is all about, what your personal life is all about, and to just reinvent.
Absolutely. And I think it's been great that people have been forced to work from home in a way, because now it reduces the traffic. There's no strain on traffic. And I think it's less stressful. It's very stressful to try and get to work on time every day, sitting in traffic and so on. So I hopefully, when lockdown is done, that most people will still be able to continue to work from home, because I remember before this time, people were very resistant to that concept and that idea, and no, it can't be done. And now people have been forced into it. So I hope it does continue, because I do believe it has a lot of positives all round. It gives people that extra time. It gives people, they don't have to sit in that traffic, so that, that time that you'd be sitting in traffic, you could be doing something else, exercising, cleaning your home, doing something, work-life balance, spending time with children. So I think from that aspect, it's been very positive.
Yeah, and also what I believe it's going to revolutionize the way we communicate in our businesses. I think we spend a lot of time in meetings and running to and fro with a low productivity level. I think this has shown us that we can achieve a lot more. I mean, since I've been working full-time from home, I've been extremely productive, and I've had amazing outcomes because I can focus and I'm not interrupted and I'm not running backwards and forwards. And I think that would be true for the rest of society. In the past, I've always felt that if people work from home, they're lazy and they're not really engaging and they're not really getting things done. But I've never worked harder in all my life working from home.
Yeah, be more productive, which brings me to 3-at-1 business centers and how, how has the coronavirus impacted the 3-at-1 business centers, and how have you supported your existing franchisees during this time?
Yeah. Well, obviously, every retail outlet that doesn't provide essential services has been shut down. Fortunately, a lot of our business does take place or occur behind the scenes from our back offices. So our franchisees should still be able to stay in contact with their regular customers. We have provided them with material and know-how, how to stay connected, prepare for the re-emergence of business, to use their marketing tools to stay relevant on cheap and easy marketing resources like Google ads, like Gumtree, junk mail, MailChimp, WhatsApp groups. There are many, many ways in which you can stay in touch with your customers and your consumers. just to show support and to keep yourself fresh in their minds. That's something we've done to help our franchisees. We've also sent out quite a bit of correspondence to enable franchisees to begin to think how they're going to be working with their landlords moving forward. We've given our franchisees a moratorium on royalties for the month of April, but they're still going to be sitting with the responsibility of rent, which is a very large expense. So you can amortize a couple of months into your lease, your rental figure. You can add the months at the end of your rental lease. You can ask for a moratorium on your rental as well. There are many ways in which you can approach your landlord to help yourself to be able to get your feet back on the ground and to move forward. So we've been helping our franchisees like that. Then obviously our technical support and refining of our systems has continued behind the scenes. We've got fantastic technical department. We've already been working behind the scenes online forever because our infrastructure, our staff is dispersed throughout South Africa. We already use those tools to be able to function and communicate. So we continue to support to our franchisees on that level. And then operationally, you never stop refining your franchise manual. You never stop, helping franchisees with their business models, with their finances. So we've continued to carry on to work full time over the last 10 working days to support and help our franchisees to refine themselves in their business.
That's excellent. So that's good news. At least, so even though while you shut down, you're at least now behind the scenes, busy preparing and doing something. Which reminds me, tell everybody, what is 3 at 1 Business Centers? What do you guys do? What services do you offer?
Yeah.
What is it that you guys do?
Okay. I'm very proud of 3 at 1. 3 at 1 was established in 1999. We have been running for 20 years now. We're very progressive. So Chris, who is our founder, that also brought Postnet into South Africa and then eventually moved on to 3 at 1, is very entrepreneurial and likes to tweak and develop and expand the brand and add additional services all the time. So because we're South African born and bred, we're not regulated by an international company as to what we can do and how we can do it, which is very exciting for me when I bring people on board to join our brand. So we have 85 stores. We based or located in 4 countries. We've got Zambia, Uganda, Namibia, and we're going in South Africa as well. And we've just sold our master license for Mauritius. So although we are a family-owned business and we're more entrepreneurial, we really have quite a nice reach. What we offer is all printing services, including broad format printing, photographic through Kodak, obviously ID photographs, photo books, all that sort of thing. We offer all secretarial services. We've just added a branding portal to our services where we sell branded pens and pencils and corporate gifts and all kinds of branding. We do business registrations and SARS supported services. So a lot of our franchisees are on commission of oaths. I don't think many people know that. And then, of course, we really have an expansive range of services which allow our franchisees a better opportunity to create wealth for themselves. And we also welcome entrepreneurial input from our franchisees, which has helped us develop our brand. So we're not the big stick, corporate, restrictive, suppressive kind of franchisor that will limit input and movement in the group. That, along with the fact that we offer very low royalties, the lowest royalty in the market, makes our brand very attractive. But that's 3 at 1 in a nutshell.
Okay, so with this virus and turning the world completely upside down, I would imagine that how would the coronavirus have that impact on retail communication going forward?
We're very fortunate that we are technologically advanced as a brand. We are very tech savvy. we're on top of it, very advanced. And the fact that we are in communications, that benefits us. We've had one or two situations from our franchisees that we've heard that where they've taken some of the equipment home and been able to produce work and get it out to essential service sectors. We are able to project into the future, when the lockdown closes down, what we can do to assist our consumers and our customers. For instance, back to school projects. And I'm not talking in an old, normal, simple sense of buying a pen and a pencil. The reason why we encourage our franchisees now to stay connected to the customers is so that we can project what it is that they are going to need. We are also still able as a franchisee to offer services like graphic design and all kinds of other little bits and pieces to our customers to keep them on the go and ready to be able to pick up when things carry on. Of course, we are going to have to, we are forced to restructure as a industry. And unfortunately, it goes along with the D5 elements that are or service or ability that is coming into our sphere. So I believe moving forward that our brand and our sector and our industry are going to be one of the few that is going to be likely to move into the future, picking up very quickly and very strongly moving forward. It's not going to be like selling a cake or a dress or a, even biltong or anything, food items, whatever. We're going to be able to pick up and move very, very fast and very aggressively and very profitably.
Because there's also a lot of tools out there that really work well with this type of business that can, so as technology evolves, 3 at 1 business centers would evolve into that space and sphere. I
just wanted to mention, I picked up in the news a couple of days ago that the FASA shops in the less formal communities were allowed to keep on trading, but only if they had their paperwork in order. Now, many of them would have been scurrying to try and get that in order so that they would be able to continue trading, which has not been possible because they haven't got the internet facilities and they haven't got the print facilities and they haven't got fast enough. If they do have it, they don't have quality connectivity. And for instance, this is something that 3 at 1 can get into, is to support and aid and people like that to be able to complete their forms and to submit it on their behalf and to track it. And that's how we are going to have to revolutionize ourselves to be able to be relevant out there tomorrow.
That's very interesting. I see Derek has joined us, Derek Tutoy, and he says, a great concept, always evolving to meet the market's needs. And Senzela Wanda says, apparently you're Commissioner of Oaths as well. Am I right in saying that? Oh, that's a nice point. Thank you for sharing that, Senzelo. And then the Franchise King says, very insightful. Thank you for sharing. So great. Thank you for sharing that information with us. Now I also know, because I always end up going to the police station for the Commission of Office, I can go to a 3 at 1 center. So thank you for sharing that. Good to know. How do you help? So what would you say are the ideal qualities that you believe a person needs to be successful in their own franchises, and why are these qualities important?
Right. For somebody coming out of a corporate world or in employment, it is so, so important that they get a good feel of what is going to be a fit for them. When you have a good fit in terms of a concept and you place that franchisee in the right site, you will find somebody with a lot of determination, with energy, with drive, with a genuine interest in what they do, with a good support base, will do very well in whatever it is that they select. Why they should be selecting 3 at 1 is that the concept is technologically, as I said, very advanced, that it's an easy business to run. It's very hard work, but it's an easy business to run. It's a very contained concept. And and in which you have quite a bit of entrepreneurial latitude to be able to run your business. You don't, in our concept, you don't feel as if you're working for a boss. You're allowed to really shift and move and flow in how you can help your customer achieve what it is that they want to do. I think people coming from the corporate world and the structured employment environment needs to understand that they will have to be willing to adapt and grow and develop their skill bases to to be able to perform all the different elements in owning your own business. Owning your own business is not like working for an employer. You carry the responsibility of marketing, financial, operational, technical. You've got many, many different elements that you need to master all of the time. And when you're coming into entrepreneurship, you must be ready to be able to equip yourself for that. The other thing that I think is very, very important is that you need additional financial padding. There's nothing worse than getting into something and realizing 3/4 of the way through that you've run out of resources and you can't market your business. If you can't market your business, you can't reach your potential customer, you won't bring them on board, your business won't grow. So it's very important that you have cash flow, that you have financial resources to be able to push you forward. And I would always say people need to be really generous in that regard.
Yeah, so think about it and plan, because you're right. The responsibilities of being a business owner is very different to just working for a company. Sometimes I have to think it's easier to work for a company, less stress, but I also love the idea of owning and running my own business. So we were chatting earlier how this in particular is quite good for women to get, especially if they're working in the corporate environment and they don't have enough time for that work-life balance. And you were sharing with me that 3-in-1 business is quite appealing to women in that regard who are looking for a business opportunity. How do you support them and how do you see that?
All right. Women have always stereotypically been categorized as being risk adverse. Women don't have the confidence to step out and go and try things in the past. It's becoming easier and easier for women because of the structures that the franchisors are able to provide, government subsidies and grants that are available to them to take these risks. I would say about 35% of our franchisees are women-run stores, which makes me really, really proud. Yeah, and then you've got a couple that do couple management, and then you've got about 40% of our franchisees are men that run these stores. Now, traditionally, women haven't always have the resources to come out of a formalized work environment, coupled with the fact that they want to run their family. It's important to them to look after their family and nurture their family, then to take on something like running your own business. But because business models are refined, and especially 3-in-1, our business model is very refined, very simple, easy to run, contained, low financial entry level, low royalties, your risk level on our brand is very low. And of course, we have a very one-on-one personal support system with our entire team. We have a couple of team leaders, operations, marketing, financial, technical support, where people that come on board with 3-in-1 have direct contact, no red tape, to people that can really, really help them one-on-one, online, immediately when they have problems. It becomes a much safer option for ladies to take on this sort of concept, coupled with the fact that women love to nurture. And in our business, you nurture your customers and your clients, and they love that and they come back. We enjoy looking after people. We enjoy communication. We enjoy networking. It makes it a much more pleasurable working environment and choice for females. And that's why I think 3-in-1 is a very good fit for women coming into business.
And you were speaking earlier about the business, the business mind concept, as well as what 3-in-1 offers. So what do you offer is training at the headquarters? How does your training work for anybody who wants to join or buy into a franchise business like 3-in-1 service centers?
All right. Obviously, a franchisee that comes on board gets intense in-store training for a week. They will then get training again when we set up and open their stores. We do regular articles and emails to our franchisees that empower them in terms of new products, new services, things to do, new streams of revenue. We have many, many ways in which we empower our franchisees to be able to grow and develop. We obviously provide regular, especially workshops on financing and marketing your business. It's very, very important. Those elements help them quite a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Sorry, you wanted to add?
Yeah, I wanted to add, but now I've forgotten. There are many ways in which we support our franchisees. We have very personable relationships with our whole team. We constantly refine and bring services on board. Right now, recently, we've added a branding portal to our brand. So this is where we are moving into the future. One of the ways in which we're moving into the future. We've got, it's called 3-in-1 Promo. The customer will go onto the portal, select what they want to do, provide a logo or the wording or a picture that they want to place on a corporate gift or a uniform or whatever it is, and we will then take that order and process and get it to our customer. That's a great way of working behind the scenes where the customer doesn't need to come into the store. So those are the sort of things that we bring on board our brand quite regularly. We evolve our brand and tweak our brand very, very effectively quite often.
So that would help with the social distancing. You don't have to come into a store. You can do it online, which means you fall in line with the social distancing. Because
exactly.
I continue after this for quite some time. I think social distancing will become, well, I don't know if it will become the norm, but it will definitely become part of people's awareness to not be in close quarters with other people.
Yeah. Another thing that I discussed with one of our franchisees last night is, a franchisee that has maintained a good database, that has done the right thing and has a good database, say 70% of your walking customers that you've somehow obtained the email addresses and their contact details. You can now begin to project their needs, promote, offer services and products that you know that they require. They can get that into you. You can refine and tune and put it together, and you can have that delivered. Which means that a large proportion of our business can continue. There's no reason why we can't continue and really, really harness and grow and move into the future fairly easily in our business.
That's so good to know. Well, that's all we've got time for today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless there's anything else you want to add or share with the public. Daniel Butler, thank you. That's good to know. Good to know from you. We'd love to have your feedback and any questions that you may have for us. If you want to post them in the comment box, else you can share them with us later. Yeah, that's all we have time for today. And I just want to mention that 3-in-1 Service Business Centers is also a FASA member, and I'll be posting their link in the comment box should you need to get hold of 3-in-1 Business Centers about franchise opportunities. And I'm just going to ask quickly for Belinda to share with us what that franchise opportunity is. How does it work? Over to you, Belinda.
Right. Our franchise opportunity, all the information that you need, you will find on our website. We have a very, very comprehensive, very jacked up, very attractive website. The process works, you do an inquiry on our website, we send you an information pack, you then read up about it, look at our website, maybe visit a store when you're out and about, apply, get that into us, we'll evaluate it. I've been working on Skype and video, WhatsApp call, and many other tools to be able to communicate and connect with my applicant. From there, we will provide further information on the brand. The applicant then evaluates that. Come on board, they play a small deposit. We then support our franchisee in sourcing and securing a site for them, and together with them, whereby we then move on. A project takes anything from 6 weeks to 3 months to complete, and we walk with our franchisee every step of the way, all the way. It's a very exciting concept to be in today and into the future. It's going to evolve all the time. We're entrepreneurial. We love free-thinking people to come in. All walks of life have joined our franchise, and any age group is welcome to come into our brand. So we welcome you to visit our website and even make contact with me. All my contact details are on there for one-on-one communication and Skype meetings. Yes, and we welcome you to investigate what we have to offer.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So if you want to get hold of Squared One Business Centres, you can get them on their website. As I said, I'll also be posting the link in the comment box after this interview. And thank you so much for joining us. If you're interested in knowing more about FASA, FASA is an organisation that lobbies for ethical franchising and supports businesses who want to promote ethical business and ethical franchising. So thank you for joining us today, Belinda, and thank you everyone for joining us, and hope you have a wonderful week further. And that brings us to the end of our chat this morning.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.